I am also cherished and historic.
You are.
Yeah, I really am.
You're definitely cherished.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. That is the Lionsgate Bridge right behind us. Did you know that?
It's open seas from here on.
Did you know that was the Lionsgate Bridge?
Yes, I read the brochure.
Oh, you live in Vancouver.
Yes,
don't you? That's right. Yeah.
I live very close to the bridge, not on the bridge. Although there were times where work was tough.
Go on.
Where I thought, it's too much about me.
Fishing for coho, panning for go-gold.
Go what?
Gold.
Gold.
Yes.
Okay. The Travel Guys are on a Holland America Cruise to Alaska next. Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Darren Parkman.
And we are the Travel Guys.
Well, my friend, after more than a dozen years, we are back in a beautiful place, Alaska, on a Holland America Cruise.
That's right, pal. Coming up, we will stalk our prey in the waters of Ketchikan.
Or as most people call it, we'll fish for our dinner.
I was just trying to be dramatic.
Yeah, it wasn't working.
No.
You're doing it correctly now, see?
And what is this called?
You're jigging up and down. You got to just pull the rod up and down.
So I'm getting jiggy with it. Jiggy with it? That's great. That's great.
You were cut from today's
Yep.
headline.
A guy called Pyrite Polly will help us find gold in them thar hills in Skagway.
Is that Dutch, Danish, the name?
Pyrite?
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a name I got up in the Klondike. I just sort of stuck.
It's a nickname. Come on.
I know. And we'll experience the beauty of the glaciers from a float plane just outside Juneau.
All that and a lot more coming up, so stick around.
Well, the first stop on our Holland America Alaskan cruise is the state capital of Juneau. Buddy, we are here right in the middle of downtown.
Right, we just got off the ship, and what makes this city so interesting is, believe it or not, the only way to get to Juneau is by float plane or by boat. There are
yeah.
no roads leading into this city.
Yes, population about 33,000. I have no memory of this, but when we were here in 2009, you said we went into a pretty famous bar.
You don't have a memory of a lot of things anymore, do
Do
you?
not. That's a
No.
lot of years ago, but
Do you recognize me at all? Or?
you're Derek, right?
That's Daryl with an L.
Daryl, sorry,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's called the Red Dog Saloon, apparently pretty famous, and I think we should relive the past.
All right.
It's kind of all I do these days is relive the past.
I guess we can go home again. Let's
Yep.
go check it out.
Tiny bubbles. Pop songs. I hear the train coming. It's rolling around. I ain't seen the sunshine since gone. Well, I'm stuck in home.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, Darren says we were here in 2009. I have no memory of that, but we're back here again with Eric, one of the owners of this legendary bar, the Red Dog.
It's the beer that makes you forget. That's why you don't remember.
Possibly.
Now, this place has a ton of history. Tell us a little bit about this place. It's slammed with people right now. It's got a great atmosphere. Give us a little history.
The Red Dog has been around since the early 1900s, way back in the last century. It's always been a welcoming place for miners and tourists and visitors and legislators and people at the Capitol. Original owner started it many years ago and put sawdust on the floors because everybody's asking about the sawdust. Well, the reason they have the sawdust is because back in the day, the miners would come in and they'd have silver dollars and gold nuggets in their pockets, right?
Yeah.
And he'd ply them with drinks all day long, and they would buy drinks and drink and everything, and they get a little tipsy and drop stuff out of their pockets. And at the end of the night, he'd rake up all the sawdust and pull up all the dollar coins and gold nuggets.
That's one way to get rich.
Make more money doing that than he would serving beer.
You've got to be really happy with the cruise ships being back in town. I know you're a seasonal town, but how has it been for these cruise ships? I mean, there's 3 in town today.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I mean, it's been a wild couple of years. As you know, everybody in the tourism business has suffered greatly, us included. The last 3 years have been just devastating for the tourism industry as a whole, and Juneau specifically, because we're so dependent on tourism and specifically dependent on cruise tourism because you can't drive here, right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. No roads coming into town.
No roads in or out.
Well, the Red Dog is the place to be seen, and It's a cool joint, and I think I saw Sarah Palin over there.
She's in town today.
Is she?
She's
Yeah.
actually in town today, yeah.
We'll buy her a beer.
Yeah, if she comes.
Cheers,
we'll have
Eric.
to. Cheers,
Cheers.
guys. Thanks for coming in.
You know, one of the reasons the Red Dog Saloon is so popular is that old historic gun hanging behind the bar. You know why?
That's Wyatt Earp. What's the deal with that?
That's actually Wyatt Earp's gun. Apparently, he was in the town many years ago, left the gun here, had to catch a ferry, and no one ever claimed it again. That's actually Wyatt Earp's gun.
I'm going to do the same thing with my beer bill, but when I leave here.
Hi, travel guys. Welcome to the world-famous Red Dog Saloon in Juneau, Alaska.
If you're in Juneau, you have to do what we just did, and that is jump on a float plane, only about a 20-minute spectacular ride with spectacular views, and you end up here at the legendary Taku Glacier Lodge. What a pretty spot this is. Gorgeous.
The name is really appropriate here. Like just everywhere you look, you're seeing glaciers. I mean, the ride over here, buddy, was one of the best I've ever seen for glaciers.
We're gonna have us a little barbecue in here.
We are. This is Travel Guys roughing it, by the way.
Yeah, we are, yeah. Talk about the beauty of nature. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You gotta see this at least once. Look at the beauty of that glacier behind us.
We have
Amazing.
seen glaciers around the world in our a long-running TV show. This is without a doubt the best I've ever seen.
And you know, that vibrant blue color of the ice, it doesn't look real.
Yeah.
It looks like a movie set.
No, and to get this close is pretty spectacular.
What are you having, salmon? Drinking a glass of water here with ice from that glacier up there.
I'm drinking wine from grapes in Washington. Yeah, exactly.
We should say, it's midsummer when we're shooting this, but it is noticeably chilly up here.
Yeah.
And I like using the word chilly instead of cold.
Like when you're up in the mountains backpacking, you normally carry a glass of red with you?
Well, first of all, let me just analyze that statement. When I'm up backpacking in the wilderness, is that?
Yeah.
Well,
That's never happened, has it?
It's never
I
happened.
didn't think so. I didn't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, point being, it's very relaxing here.
More travel guys after this.
Lots to do here on the ship when it's at sea, including beer tasting. I'm with Archie, who has been on a show before. Here he is doing some great, wow, it's making me dizzy just watching you do that behind the bar, actually. I was on another cruise, but okay, for today, Archie, you're about to give a little workshop on beer.
Yes,
Let's
I
talk about what people can sample here in the class and, of course, on the ship.
First thing is the Alaskan Amber, and Alaskan Amber is one of the top-notch beer when it comes to Alaska itself. It's an alt style or old style of beer, and that gives a well-balanced flavor. Now right next to that is the Pike Kilt Lifter. It's a Scottish ale, and Scottish ale are well known for their peat bogs. So they infuse peat on that specific beer. Now, the third beer here is exclusively made for Holland America lines, and it's created by the same brewing company, which is Pike. And in order to commemorate our 75 beers in Alaska, they create us this Hazy Holland, followed by another beer, which is another Hazy IPA, and this is the Space Needle. And like when they do it with our Alaskan celebration, they did it as well with a Space Needle Seattle celebration.
And this last one?
Last one is the Icy Bay IPA. Actually, it's my favorite among the rest. because it's made out of two different starch sources, which is locally from Alaska and some are from Europe. But like amber, this is using a glacial water from glacial source.
Great selection. Wow,
Yes,
thank you, Archie. And of course, one of the many things you can do here on the ship. I can't believe Darren Parkman is missing this. He must be doing something very, very important. Darren, where are you?
Come on. All right, let me do some quick calculating here. I've lost $300 at the blackjack table. I won $280 at roulette. I lost $360 on the slots, $180 at poker. Okay, so I think I got enough left for one more drink. Actually, I am doing something important. I am actually having slots of fun here at the onboard casino. That's a play on words. Slots of fun. They got all the table games here. They got the roulette, they got the blackjack, they got the slot machines, and I'm feeling kind of lucky. I'm gonna give it a try. Come on, baby. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I can't believe it. Look at this. Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Come on. Look at there's fire on the screen. Okay, here we go. Something's going on here. Something's going on here. Come on, baby. Oh, it's spinning on its own. Okay, I got some free plays here. Come on, baby. Look at that, look at that. $3.50, okay? Wait a second. I think that fire's gonna come back on the screen. I think that fire's coming back. Got a feeling. There it is, there's that fire. 10 free games this time. Okay, I'm gonna be here all night, so you guys might wanna... Look at this, $110, $114, $115, $123, $127, $130. Yes! $160. Look at this. Look at this. This is $173 right there. All in a night's work.
Well, the next stop on our Holland America Alaskan cruise is the quaint little town of Skagway.
When you say quaint, you're not kidding, because the population here is only around 700 year-round. But during cruise ship season, more like 7,000.
I was going to say, look at this street. It's wall-to-wall tourists. It's so good for this town, eh?
It is.
Sir, here's a little Alaska trivia for you.
I love me some trivia.
As we walk along the streets of Skagway. Alaska is the northernmost point in continental United States, also the westernmost point in the United States.
That is confusing to me, because I heard it's also the easternmost point of the United States.
It is.
Do you have a compass?
I don't
I'm
know.
directionally challenged.
That's a lot of people don't know that either.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is,
Wow.
yeah. One of the activities or excursions you should check out when you're in Skagway is Old Dredgetown.
And this place features old-fashioned gold panning. We're going to give it a shot, and we get to keep what we catch. Actually, not catch, that's fishing. Get to keep what we
Wrong verb, but
find.
they get
That's
the,
right. Keep
they
what
get
we
the
find?
drift. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Makes the problems concentrating. Well, I've already decided that I'm going to find the most gold, and the deal we've come up with is that,
That is not a
regardless
deal.
of the gold found, I
No.
keep it all.
No, that
It's
is
in the
not-
contract. It's
not
in
the
the
deal.
contract, sir.
I've got muscle behind me.
Can we
so
see
I'm
a
not doing
lawyer
that.
about this? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, Polly, I know it was only a few seconds
Hey,
ago.
that's
but-
Pyrite Polly to you.
Pyrite Polly.
Pyrite
all right,
Polly
all
to
right.
you.
Pyrite Polly, double P. I've already forgotten half of what you're talking about. Okay, so
Yeah.
first we're doing.
We're getting some water in
Take
those
some
pans.
water.
Just water. Don't spill the contents. There we
Is
go.
that enough? A little more?
A little more for you.
Right.
I got
Little
too
less
much.
for you.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right.
Really shake that off. There we go.
Wish I had a nickel for every time I've heard that.
I wish I
Shake
had a
it
nickel
up.
for every time we've used that gag.
Yeah, that's true. All right, now should we pour some of the
You
water
can
out?
Pour all that water out once you're down into the corner, so make sure you
Oh, yeah.
shook everything down into one spot. Yep.
Awesome.
You want it looking like that. He's ahead of the game right now.
Okay, now I'm gonna pour it. See, I'm ahead.
Yep, all of it out. Once the water stops running, you are at the right angle to insert your pans into the water. And
Yep.
watch those rocks fly away.
Ah, I
There
see.
you go.
It's not. Well, I'm not losing gold here. I hope.
You're in pretty good shape there. We don't want to dunk too much more over there.
How am I doing here?
You got to get rid of a whole mess of those
Yeah,
rocks.
so you're falling behind again.
And you can see your gold's there,
Oh my goodness, I can see my gold there.
but we got to clean it up a little bit more.
Okay.
It's a science, isn't it?
It really is.
Yep.
So now, Pirate, I want to get rid of the water, right?
So what you want to do is get everything back down in the corner, because we're going to do the swirl a little easier. So shake everything back down in so that gold heads right down to the bottom.
All right.
All right.
And then when we're swirling, you want to think of it sort of as waves coming around the sand. So it tilts up and around
Oh, I see, like that, right?
easily so you don't move your gold.
Right.
See, we brushed our gold down into the pit, into the bottom there,
Oh.
so we can reset.
Ah, I see what you're talking about there. Try and keep it together.
There you go.
There's some gold. There's some right there. Huh? There's got some pieces there.
That is something that stayed
Yeah.
separate.
Okay. Really feeling like a moron right now.
No, it's okay.
That's called cheating.
Cheating is what that is called. Absolutely.
There
Well,
it
they
is.
don't
There-
call me
there's,
Pyrite
there's,
for nothing.
There's the gold. Right there. Wow. That's
Yeah.
Look at
awesome.
this.
Wow, there we
Finished
go.
product.
There we go, Eureka.
Yep.
Cab fare back to the ship.
Well, we're about to get all historic here in Skagway and take a little tour by rail. Beautiful day for it.
You bet. When in Skagway, you've got to check out the White Pass and Yukon Route Rail, buddy. It is a spectacular thing to do.
Established way back in 1898 when you know what was happening?
I think some people were trying to get rich.
Well, I'm always trying to get rich. Some people are still trying to get rich, but it was the gold rush.
Yeah, this has been a great attraction here in Skagway since 1988.
Let's get on board. Can hear that whistle blowing.
I knew you couldn't get through
I know.
that.
I know. Gotta say, this trip is a great way to see the wide open spaces of Alaska, and this route actually takes you all the way to the BC border.
Yeah, and the great thing too is that it's only 2.5 hour round trip, so you're not taking the whole day up. You can see other things, but definitely some spectacular scenery along this road.
Is there a bar car?
I don't believe they're doing that on this one.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty-
Okay, I can wait.
I can talk to management if you want.
The actual rail cars themselves, they're very historic looking, all done up in wood on the inside here. Looks like oak, but this is kind of what it would have been like to travel back 100+ years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like stepping into a time machine kind of thing, isn't it? Huh?
It really is.
Everybody say Flatmire! Flatmire!
Definitely one of the highlights of the Holland America Alaskan Cruise is the actual cruise through Glacier Bay National Park.
Buddy, it's over 3 million acres of land. You get to see
a lot of water,
and
too.
A lot of water, but you see so much. I know you love seeing animals. Spectacular glaciers.
What sort of animals, like gorillas or?
Well, they should have said animals indigenous
meant
to
mammals,
this.
didn't you?
Indigenous to this area.
Okay,
yes.
good, okay.
Bears, possibly. Some cute little otters. Some whales.
There is great wildlife you can see right from your stateroom.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
we lucked out today because it's beautiful and sunny, and we're going to see some great stuff. Ranger Billy, we've seen some great scenery all day long here, but if you want to actually visit some of these areas, can you actually do that? Is there a way to do it?
There is. One of my favorite ways to visit Glacier Bay's backcountry is by kayak. So if you travel here as an independent traveler, there's a day boat that can drop you off in the backcountry, and you can spend as many days as you want in the backcountry.
And these lands are very protected, are they not?
Yes, there are certain regulations that you need to follow when you're camping in bear country. We have brown bears and black bears along the shoreline. We have sea lions. We have harbor seals. We've got all kinds of wildlife in the water down below us.
If you haven't done the Alaskan cruise, this really is a highlight of the cruise, especially if you get weather like today. So the whole experience is really something you don't want to miss.
Ranger Billy.
Thanks, Ranger Billy.
Thank you.
How are you liking this cruise?
At first I thought it was going to be like, Alaska, right? Freezing cold, but I wish I would have known earlier about Alaska. This is a great place to visit. I think it's great to stay in one of those islands for like 2 weeks and enjoy it. I mean, it's great.
Seen any wildlife?
I have actually. A couple of days we saw probably about 11 whales.
Let's talk about your thoughts on this cruise to Alaska.
I have not done very many cruises. This is only my second cruise. Alaska's beautiful. Mind you, we are looking at a lot of BC, aren't we? We're looking at mostly BC. Yeah.
I see a lot of people back east that don't get to experience what we get in BC. But it's still spectacular scenery.
Yes, never seen a glacier that close before. So Glacier Bay was incredible. It was just incredible.
It's fantastic. It's all around comfort. Everything's included. The voyage has been absolutely fascinating. The view at all times, it's gorgeous.
The food and drinks, are you getting enough?
Food and drinks are plenty. And
Are they ever?
Yes, it's been great. The entertainment's also fantastic.
I got to tell you, this track is fantastic. I'm glad we have it here. I like to use it occasionally in the morning, but it's also great to meet people that would probably be okay having a glass of wine. You're another person with a glass of wine. That's good. Tim, tell us what you think about this great cruise to Alaska.
Yeah, the weather's been amazing. I know how much it rains up here, and we've had some really good weather, and been able to spot a lot of things off the ship, and food's been great, and obviously the wine, and yeah, so it's been good. And they keep telling us how lucky we are with the weather.
The way they clean everything's so neat. Yeah, they really cater to you. Yeah.
They like to have everything spotless, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
You enjoying a lot of good food, a lot of good
drinks?
drinks?
Food is delicious. Yeah.
It is delicious,
yeah.
And it's also plentiful.
Oh yes, definitely. All you want. Yeah.
Are you eating your fill?
Can you tell?
We're all putting on 20 pounds on this cruise. Absolutely. What's in the bag?
Oh, just a few things we bought. My wife wanted a couple necklaces.
A couple of necklaces? Wow.
Yeah, there's a.
That's nice. Wow.
Whale's tail earrings, and
Very
she wanted
nice.
a whale's tail necklace, so you got that. So,
Very nice.
Yeah, then just a little
So
toque,
you're in somebody's good books now, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I think I'm good right now. So.
Cool. Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, bye bye.
Well, the final stop on our Holland America Alaskan cruise, buddy, is the city of Ketchikan.
And I think this is the 3rd or 4th largest city in Alaska.
Yeah.
Great little seaside environment.
Yeah, it's fantastic down here. Now, what would you like to do today?
Rest.
Well, other than rest, other than that, we just got off the ship. I'm talking activities.
Oh, activity-wise?
Yes.
Maybe have a beer at a pub somewhere?
That's going to happen for sure, but anything outdoorsy you'd like to do?
I like the fishing.
We're going to do some fishing.
We're going to do some fishing?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so the sound of that cannonball hitting bottom will catch the attention of fish that might be nearby. Little hoochie glows in the dark, which makes it easier to see. And I'll put a bit of bait on your hook as well.
Okay. It's a good time of year to be fishing for halibut?
Yeah, here in Ketchikan, they're migratory. They come in usually late April, early May. They're pretty thick June, July, and August. And then September, they're starting to move back towards southwest Alaska where they breed.
Does weather make a difference at all? Is it better if it's raining or sunny?
Barometric pressure seems to have some impact. A lot of it is the tidal swings. We'll get up to a 24-foot tide every 6.5 hours. We're just coming out of low tide now, and it's not that large a swing today, but you get a real strong current at like peak flood or peak ebb. Yeah, it can be hard to hold bottom, which is where we chase these.
So the conditions are somewhat ideal then today?
Yeah, barometric pressure is a little higher, but we're right after the tide change, so that's to our favor, and we're fishing the incoming tide, which I like. 300 feet is a long way down. It's a longer way up. So you don't need to race the fish. You'll get tired before it does. Just good, steady pressure is the way to go. It's your left arm that'll get tired from supporting the rod. Oh, halibut, yeah, they'll give head shakes. You get a big one on, it'll take line. If it's peeling line off the reel, let them run.
We're actually fishing for halibut right now, and hard to believe, but it's actually 300 feet down here.
Yeah.
We got our hoochies on the line.
What now? By the way, just if you're also scoring at home, there's no bathroom on this ship, so.
I can't be concerned with that.
we may all be concerned about it.
Two words for you: adult diapers.
Oh, Parkman, you got something.
I got something. I got something here. Hang on. Look at that.
Got a little pollock on here.
Look at that guy.
Oh, poor little guy.
I snagged that guy.
Oh, wait a second. So he's not. How did that happen? The hook is not in his mouth.
He might have been taking a stab at the bait when the jig came, and so it just got hooked a little bit above the dorsal fin here.
Can I keep him as a pet?
I think we're gonna let him.
I think we owe it to him.
Oh, had a strike.
What do you think? What?
You know what that is? A strike? That means a bite.
Yeah, two and two together.
Are you up on the fishing lingo at all?
I really am, actually. Well, I've been jigging for the last 25
And you got those boots.
Tell you what, this is going to be a fashion statement. I'm telling you right now. It's so far down in the water.
I don't want to overstate the obvious, and that is that you've caught nothing. You couldn't catch a cold out here, could you?
No, I really couldn't. Being a neophyte to fishing, I love the different techniques we have now. We're fishing for halibut. We stop. We're stationary, right to the bottom of the ocean or the inlet, or whatever you want to call it. But with salmon, which we're doing now, you got to.
We're trolling. We're dragging the hooks through the water with little lures attached, trying to get them to chase and bite our hooks.
And how big do they get out in this area?
Pinks are a little bit smaller than, say, coho or kings. I mean, you can get kings that are 30, 40 plus pounds. Fish on. Fish on.
Oh, we got one. Oh, Jim, that's you. Okay.
Get reeling.
All right. Get reeling. Come on, Jimmy.
That rod tip up, keep reeling.
Tell you what, this is a team effort. Parkman, you want to jump on for a second?
All right, you getting tired? Let me try. All right.
Let's put the beer down. Well done. Yes.
Here we are.
Oh, there we are.
Oh, nice. There we go. There's something there. Yes.
Center of the deck.
There we go. Look at that baby. Yes.
There we go. Whoa. Wow. That's a biggie.
Hey, that's a coho.
That's a coho right there. Whoa.
Let's get him down on the deck.
Nice.
Put him down on the deck.
Oh, good size. Good size.
Frightened. I'm very frightened now. I don't know what happens now.
That is a nice fish.
That'd be what? I'm going to guess that's like 8 pounds?
In the 8 pound range would be a good guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Well, one of the things you can do in Ketchikan is check out the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I got to ask you, have you ever you got to throw an axe at all? You ever done that before?
I've never thrown an axe, but I do have an axe to grind with you.
Oh, what with me? What? Oh,
well, just your behavior is offensive. Your demeanor is substandard.
Right.
I could go on all day.
You probably could actually, but you want to actually really try throwing a real axe?
I could do.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Not a baseball bat. No,
I'm gonna try underhand. No?
Oh, that's a good way to try.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try. What's my dominant hand? I'm not sure. I think that is. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby.
Dominant foot forward.
There we go.
This is already hurting my hip again.
What a loser. Okay.
This is a target.
Okay, let me just throw mine while you're up there.
There it is.
Oh, you got one. Yeah.
Well done. Executed well.
I think I threw my shoulder out there. Hand and foot. Okay, come on. Hey.
Yeah.
This is what really happened.
Freshly caught Alaskan salmon with artichoke puree.
One of the more unique experiences on board the Holland America Koningsdam is the fact that if you're out on the ocean in Ketchikan, say, and you catch a salmon, you can actually eat that fish right here on board.
We caught this earlier today, and now we're sitting down to have this for dinner. This is spectacular. It was launched just at the beginning of the Alaskan cruise season and will be here every year going forward, buddy. We caught this.
And if you're a fisherman, what a great experience too.
There we go.
All right, let's try it.
Can't remember the last time I caught my dinner.
That tastes fresh. You know why it's fresh? Because we caught it this morning.
Yeah. Shoulder's still a little sore from that.
Trying to reel it in?
Reel it in, yeah.
Well, you're not used to that, are you?
Yeah.
You don't like outdoor activities, do you?
No.
No.
No. Oh, so good.
Well, that's really good. Well, it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining, and so too will be our memories of this Koningsdam cruise.
Wow.
I wrote that.
I couldn't tell. Thanks.
But before we leave, as we always do, let's check out Jim and Darren's top 5 coolest things about our Holland America trip to Alaska. Number 5.
Drinking beer after beer after beer. How does that go? After beer.
Yes.
At the historic Red Dog Saloon in Juneau. Cheers.
Cheers. Number 4.
Finding gold from them there hills with the help of our prospector buddy, Pyrite Polly in Dredgetown.
Is that we pick up that gold at the front, do we?
Number 3.
Checking out the spectacular glaciers all around Taku Lodge, not far from Juneau.
Number 2.
It's got to be cruising through some of the most beautiful protected lands we have ever seen, Glacier Bay National Park. And the number 1 coolest thing about our Holland America Alaskan cruise.
It's got to be catching a big honkin' coal off the coast of Ketchikan and watching our lunch go from ocean to table.
We'll see you next time on The Travel Guys. Cheers.
This is the life.
Post-production services by First Anniversary Pictures.
Have your eyes look at me. Take your hat off, teenager.
No. Wow. Is that Parkman? Wow, okay. I see your comedy's come a long way in the 13 years. Hey, well, obviously you're an Eagle now. Let's talk a bit. How did you prepare to become an Eagle?
Well, thank you, Jim Gordon.
And thank you for answering in English and not squawking.
Well, I guess originally I think I very nicely symbolized Australia's
or Alaska.